Yeah.
All right, well, I think it's time to get in gear. So hi, everybody. I'm Mary Wanless. This is our webinar on bearing down and breathing. So we're following the chapters in the Essentials book. And last time we did bearing down, and now we add breathing to it. And I'm going to say that breathing is a master skill and a life skill as well as a riding skill. I think it is massively valuable to be a good breather. It is, of course, rather ironic that I'm doing our webinar on breathing with a really stuffed up nose, coming out the end stages of having had a cold that I think was virtually flu, actually. I taught my last riding course at the weekend with a very sore throat and an awful lot of coughing and sneezing and nose blowing, and at least I've had a few days off before I teach again. So ironically, I might sound rather stuffed up and like I'm not breathing very well, and I hope I won't treat you to any coughing fits or nose blowing, but it may just be that I do. I've come to a place to do this that I think will be pretty quiet. I didn't do it in the house with 5 dogs. If we have any unexpected noise, I think it'll be the parrot. So you may hear the parrot in the background at some point. So whilst I can't advertise my own breathing right now, I am going to tell you that if you breathe well, if you get more oxygen into your system, you are likely to have a lower resting heart rate, lower blood pressure, and even potentially to live longer. The fact that your riding becomes more robust and effective is quite probably the thin end of a very big wedge. And the other thing that breathing well can do for riders is make them less nervous. It's not just being a more robust rider who can keep going longer. Part of the deal with fear is that it's not just a mindset, it's also a posture and a breathing pattern. So when you start to get more influence over your breathing, and breathing is a tool that you can use to help yourself calm and organize yourself, it's a very, very valuable tool in your toolkit. So both on and off horse, this has huge values. And one of the techniques I'm going to show you in this webinar, I have seen it change riders' strength, organization, and confidence within a 3-week time period and make a really significant difference within a, let's say, 3-month time period. So I think there's a huge amount in this for you, be it for life in general and for your riding. So first of all, let's just say it's cultural insanity that you go to tighten your horse's girth and you say to your horse, breathe in. Because when we breathe in, we fill our lungs with air and in theory should expand. So to say breathe in to a horse as you're doing at the girth with the idea that we want him to make himself thinner is crazy. And that's derived from a sort of historical military idea of breathing, which was tension, suck in your stomach, stick out your chest kind of version of breathing. And you might stand to attention kind of going, breathe in. And that's virtually a hold your breath version. And it says culturally how poor an understanding of breathing we really have. And I think what we need to do to start off here is kind of do an inventory of your breathing and notice how your breathing is now. And we're going to do several things during the course of the webinar that might change your breathing pattern and several things that might be quite a significant influence on it. So I think we should start off having an idea of how you breathe now. So if you can just sit quietly in a neutral spine, so neutral spine would mean your seat bones point down, the length of your front between your collarbone and your pubic bone matches the length of your back between the nape of your neck and your coccyx. So we're trying to make your torso box-like, for starters. And you might want to close your eyes as you do this. And we're going to take a few breaths with the idea of you noticing what parts of your body do or don't move with the breath. So as you breathe in, notice first of all your upper chest and your shoulders. Do your shoulders lift as you breathe, or do they stay the same, in the same place? Does your chest lift as you breathe? So lifting it would make your front tend to lengthen, your chest tend to aim more upwards towards the ceiling. So is there a lifting of your upper ribs and your chest